Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 3 here with Aegis versus Void. We have Aegis Skin Killer up first with Valdez on the ghoul here in Suffocation Pit 1. And it looks like we have Broken Chain Cup, so our leap cooldown will be quick when we're not enraged, 35% faster. And it looks like we have a very standard Bane Res Erupt Corrupt with Wretched Fate as our 4th perk here. Very solid picks here and very decent gen slowdown. We're off to the mid-map looking for some survivors, and looks like we have Shoyo, Move, Dystopian Expire here playing survivors for Void. And they're doing an excellent job stealthing out this Corrupt at the start of the game. We found no one yet, no injures. And I mean, this is ideally what you want in this ghoul set, right? You want to delay that first injure, maybe waste some time. If they manage to actually achieve some gen pressure too, that would be really crazy. But at this point, we're looking around near the bottom of the map. Possibly the survivors could have crossed, but we'll have to see. You're checking the edge here at edge 8. Going up to 9. Maybe we're going to rotate, like looks like we're rotating back mid, maybe 10. Honestly, in this position, I'd be checking my gens. Like, surely the survivors have rotated at this point. It looks like they are fully stealthing out the Corrupt intervention here. 120 seconds of blocking the furthest 3 gens. Very strong here in Suffocation Pit. One will block the gens on the opposite side of the map. And it looks like we found someone crouching in a corner. Oh my, as we got spotted here in the 2-edge map on Dystopia on the Ace. Taking our first chase here. Being injured by our Kagune Leap. We're going into Enrage, meaning our Broken Chain turns off, but we still have our Teacup. And, I mean, like, not gonna lie, that was a very strong first chase here. We can see some of our other survivors are immediately hopping on these gens. Oh, Ace hits the vault, and it looks like a light. They have a filler pallet to play, and will Valdez win this? And they make the ledge. Very well played by Valdez. Very decent first down after a pretty good first chase here for our killer. I'd be pretty happy if I was in the killer position here. And because their survivors were stealthing out the Corrupts for so long, they were playing pretty, the gen pressure isn't all there. And we could see the survivors kind of trying to let go of the gens here, but it was not Bane Res. Instead, we opt for an insta-hook here. Good game sense by Valdez to know that, hey, the gens probably aren't super progressed, so maybe we'll save the Bane Res for later. As well as the Bane Reses were a bit far, and we get hit by the Blast Mine Oppa here in the gen at 11. Slowing us down for a bit, but we eventually do get that kick, putting Erupt on that 50% gen. Do we see a survivor in edge map? We do! We see the survivor here at edge 11. And it is a move here in the chase. I believe that was a balanced landing proc, but they still take the M1 for their trouble. We have Move dropping that pallet here. This is a very decent, pretty strong pallet in main. I feel like this is a pretty good filler. And we are off to our loop here in main, but we are now in the main pallet here. This very quickly can turn into a 50. Oh, but Move gets the stun, but not the Beamer Blind. And this allows them... No, actually, I don't think they make it. Not against Ghoul. Very unfortunate as Move goes down here in main, hitting that Eruption at the 11 gen. We have 2 survivors here. We have Shoyu and Expire on the gens after unhooking Dystopia. This is where we are managing to get reset here. We're going to get the Pain Res, and it looks like it's going to probably hit Dystopia's gen. Oh. No, it probably hit Shoyu's gen. Shoyu, I think, had the most completed gen. I'm not sure which gen it was, but it did hit the Pain Res gen. A thing to note, it hit the Pain Res gen without the survivor currently on it. So this could very well mean that it will regress for quite a bit if the regression is not stopped. And we can see it was the gen here, next Expire, at the 3 o'clock tile. Oh no, we get the down on the Expire and we get the intro on Shoyu. Will Shoyu make the pull? It's not looking like Shoyo can make this unhook, not gonna lie. This is danger here for Void. Ooh, they get the stun. They get a gen done in the background here, but like if Shoyo goes down there, this could be a 4k4, guys. Like, this is an excellent position here for Valdez. All they need is a quick down on Shoyo and find Dystopia before they can reset anyone. But Dystopia manages to reset Expire. Shoyo revolts back. I wonder if that was an intentional choice here to be able to force a grab. That is perhaps definitely a decision. But unfortunately, it does not pay off as they do not get the grab on Move. And Move, I think, will be going second here. We spot Expire. Expire lurking around the unhook while injured. It's not looking good. They're gonna try to make it around. They go down, and we see Ace here probably going to get a pull here. Might be a hook trade. It's looking like it will be a hook trade, and this is looking like a 4k4 here. If they touch that hook, they lose their endurance. Okay, maybe they do recover this, as Ace will be able to pick Expire here. This is very good for our survivors, but it is looking dicey. It is still very much... This very much can still turn into a 4k4 depending on how they play it. Valdez has been pressuring exceedingly well. Like, only one gen pop for that first chase with the... and interrupting both unhookers on that hook on Move is not looking good here. We're gonna opt to drop our survivor here, but this will mean they get to pull Move, I'm pretty sure. As Move will get pulled within the next 5 seconds here, if I'm correct. Yes. And this is pretty scary here if I was on the survivors. I would be terrified. We have a survivor on Death Hook, 3 injures, and Shoyo here has to perhaps support Move at this point. It looks like that is the plan. But our gen pressure is currently quite low, as that required all of our survivors to be busy doing, like, you know, recovering that game. As we can see here, the gen here at mid's only about 50%. Question is, will a survivor get the pallet save? We do get a bite on Shoyo instead of a pick attempt. And we have someone trying to pick Move up here in the pallet. And they will be going down for it as that triggers Eruption in the mid. This is still such a good position here for Valdez. I think Valdez just kills Move here. Dystopia being slugged forces another survivor to come and pick them, as there is no anti-slug at this tier in the balancing. Move doubles back, gets the vault, but will they make it anywhere? They do make it this pallet. How will Valdez play this? Oh my, everyone is here. We see all of our survivors. Shoyo takes the down once again. And we catch Expire next. Shoyo's probably the last person you want to slug because of Wretched Fate, but at this point, honestly, the game is so much in Valdez's control that it's okay if we're not getting max Wretched Fate value. It's absolutely scary here for our survivors. Like, will we pick Expire? We're gonna pick Expire here. I think it's just mainly to cash in our Pain Res and our final Fresh Hook. The problem is the Pain Res hooks are so far away. As Pain Res RNG do be that way sometimes, as we get the hook here that's not Pain Res. So we still have Expire available to be Pain Res, and I believe Dystopia as well. As Wretched Fate is cleansed here, but Shoyo is still slugged, so their gen speed is still 0, as you cannot do gens while slugged. But this is extremely scary here. We see a Crow at the bottom mid, which I'm pretty sure Valdez would have noticed. Move needs to get reset here and restyle. And yeah, you can see here, Move gets reset, but will Valdez find them? They're currently lurking around Shack, and Dystopia's lurking around the edge map wall here. But I don't know, this is such a bad spot for our survivors. Like, we could even camp Expire out the second up. Did you get the pull? Oh, we are looking for the person who picked, who is probably still around, and it is Move. This is the best person for Valdez to down and kill right now, but Valdez is gonna instead play for more pressure here instead of committing a tunnel out. We're gonna get a bite on Shoyo, giving us once again our Kagune, our enraged thirdly from our Kagune mark. But Move is all the way down in Shack, and I'm pretty sure pretty split from their team, so getting a reset on them might be tricky. As we go spot Shoyo, are we gonna get the down very quickly here? It looks like it. I don't think they make this pallet, and they don't, and they go down. Oh, and we find our last healthy survivor here, Dystopia on the generator here at 11. Or at 10, sorry. Yeah, at 10, sorry, my bad. No, this is terrifying. We are still at 4 gens. The gen pressure is just non-existent right now, and yeah, I don't know. Like, this was the survivors, by the way, did an excellent job recovering that game. That was looking like just straight up a 4k4 earlier, possibly a 4k5. But now we at least we're somewhat back in the game, but our gen pressure is extremely low right now. We have a gen at 50%, someone is mending. 2 gens at 50%, I guess, is like decent pressure at but like with the current game state of 3 injured survivors, 2 people on Death Hook, it is a bit rough. We're gonna pick Dystopia here. We're going to have a Pain Res to immediately use. It looks like we're probably gonna see a gen pop here despite this Pain Res. So we might see a 4k3. But this is looking in the range of 4ks. Like, I don't I don't think that I don't think that there is a possibility of outs at this position. Three survivors now on Death Hook. Dystopia on a hook, Shoyo on a hook. We're here at the cross, just kind of waiting. What is our survivors up to? We're gonna see another gen pop, and this is gonna be our 4K3 here. I guess, not gonna lie, like, we did see a survivor over there. Straight ahead, cross Valdez's field of view, but we see it again. This is probably a 4K3 at this point with the gen finishing here at the bottom, which makes the win condition of 4K4 for the opponent's killer. Like, if I was Void's killer, I would be fucking terrified of a 4K4 win condition. Like, this is crazy. Valdez is playing absolutely out of their mind. Insane. As both survivors would be dying on hook here, as I don't think there's a world that move rage reaches Dystopia. No. Instead, we're both here zoned at Shack. Possibly we are going to start looping with friends. Who knows? There's no gen pressure left on the map. There's nothing with prog, with any meaningful prog at least. And it looks like Claude here is going to go down as Expired takes an M1 after 2 leaps. We spot Move here. And all Move has is his filler, and there's no way they make it as the one... Valdez! Oh, and Move still isn't able to drop it, and that will secure a 4K3 here for our killer here on Aegis. Absolutely crazy. This game... Like, Valdez took such an early commanding position after they found the survivor stealthing out the Corrupt and just kept it the whole time. It felt like Valdez was in control and honestly making the survivors have to play catch-up this entire game. Very well played by them, and this gives Aegis a very comfy win condition of only having to pop 2 gens. Oh, sorry, tie condition popping 2 gens. The win condition popping... Yeah. And we will be right back. Like, Void with a 4K4 win condition is crazy. Like, I don't know, man. It is not looking good, but hey, we saw how explosive that first game is. That first game was. Something like that could happen for Void's killer. Anything is possible, but a 4K4 is pretty unlikely here for the goal. So we'll get the next lobby set up. We'll be right back, and I hope to see you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 3 here with Aegis versus Void. This time we have Void up on the killer here on the ghoul with a win condition of 4K4 with a tie condition of 4K3. I'm joined with me by Will here, Willandra, one of my friends and one of our casters here in Blood Rush League. Will, how are you?
Feeling so great right now. I'm so excited to be here. Super rough win condition for Void's killer here. It's like 4K4 win condition is rough shit. A tie condition of 4K3 is like almost, even if that was the win condition, that almost seems insurmountable in some cases, but like, yeah. It's a long road ahead for Moof, but let's see what he's got.
I mean, like, it's not over till it's over, right? Like, we've seen some crazy matches before, so, you know, very excited to see how Moof goes. I mean, and both teams are very strong, right? So, like, you know, Moof is strong, so is with Drago, Tech, Manu, and Wobex here. But it looks like our first chase here on Kate, we get a bite. Oh, sorry, second chase on Kate, first chase was on Ace. And we're gonna be going towards Shackwill. Well, what do you feel about Ghoul here on the Suffo? Like,
Suffocation Pit or Blood Lodge?
Yeah. What do you feel about Ghoul and Suffocation Pit 1? Like, I've heard mixed responses. Some people say that it's a bit tough, especially here in the mid map, when there's like so much stuff to chain together.
Yeah, the thing is about Ghoul is his power doesn't down, so you really have to like be good at these M1 1v1s or like M1 chases to be able to get those downs in the mid map, and it gets rough unless you're managing to just like fling yourself right at the spot where they can't make the window anymore with the body block perfectly onto Webex and getting a perfect down. Like that's exactly how you use Ghoul's power in chase to get the down. You
we need
close
to,
distance, body block, beautiful stuff.
We do get the pain res here, and we really need that pain res. Is with the 4k4 win condition, none of these gens honestly like can't pop till like the tunnel out happens. Like I think that minimum the tunnel out has happened at 5 gens for a 4k4, right?
It's either that or you have like a ridiculous 3v1 where you just have some stupid slug, right?
Yeah, like
there's
have
no
a
other way that
3
it
or 4
happens.
slug. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be rough here. As we could see a generator here in the back on tech at about 80%, 90%. So it looks like a gen is going to pop even before Manu goes down here, as Manu has this filler pallet next to Shaq and has that movement speed to get there.
This is just like there's so much. I mean, there's not necessarily a lot of gen progress, but it's just like any bit of gen progress feels like a ton.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we are now at our 4k4 win condition. So we're going to have to pick up the pressure here and like really, you know, slow the gens down for our survivors, and you know, get the pressure going. And what do you think of our build here? Pain Res are up Corrupt, so standard. Instead of Wretched Fate, this time we have Call of Brine. I mean, I think Call of Brine's a very good burr. You see it run a lot, very good info and pretty decent regression.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm not a huge fan of Call of Brine myself, but paired with Eruption, I mean, it's kind of just like a classic combo. It's kind of just very consistent value, I suppose. Like, I suppose Wretched Fate, like the idea is like you can't cleanse Call of Brine, but I suppose in this instance you want to get the most you can out of everything, so I don't really blame them for running it.
No, that's fair. I mean, Wretched Fate does have a higher, has to have way more variance than Call of Brine, right? Sometimes it's useless, sometimes it's game winning.
Exactly, yes.
We do get a bite here on Drago, but is it? At this point, I would be looking for Ace, I think. And we do spot Ace, and they do get the pull on Manu and Basin, so we know where all 4 survivors are, which means no one is on a gen right now, which is good here for Moot. But
yeah, finding the Ace on 1, like, it's interrupting a very high progress generator. We know where the rest of the survivors are, so there's not likely as much gen progress around the map. So this is...
yeah.
I mean, this is kind of what you want if you're Move here. I mean, obviously not to be put in this situation in the first place, but to be here when you're in this situation, not so bad. Does he get the down into the pallet? No, he doesn't. Gets the stun. Going towards 11 edge map, just trying to make as much distance away from 1 probably to get his teammates to pop to the tie end. Oh, what a beautiful play from our Ace Webex.
Champion of Light 2, Will. Champion of Light.
Oh, it's brutal, and that champion allows them to reach the other edge filler at 11, and it's just...
honestly...
Move has to leave.
I thought that was a body block on that pallet, Will. I thought that was a body block.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it just slips by him. Little...
My god. Well played.
He had a salad this morning, I fear.
We got a pre-drop, and
they had a reboot.
No, they didn't get it! His Drago does go down.
Not
We're gonna
quite.
need to slam a pain res here before Tech finishes the gen in mid.
Oh, it's looking like it. Wait, this is obviously not looking great, but this is playable. This is very playable for Move. Move's doing a great job keeping the pressure up.
It looks right now maybe. The problem is, right, we have 3 hooks spread across 3 survivors. We have 2 pain res charges, and we have so much gen pressure, and we are at the win con. Like, it's
Here's the thing about like these kind of games is that if this was the first match, I feel like, oh well, I feel like they're in a pretty strong position here. Like this is a pretty good start.
If you were setting the win condition, I'd be pretty comfy in this position. Like, yeah, going into this, we'll probably get like a 4k2, 4k1 maybe. But that's not enough as we gen the spot here, and we're now at the tie condition.
Like that, the tie condition met already with both mid 3, or I suppose 2 if you must, and the 1 gen, all like so high progressed, and there could be something bottom side as well being worked.
Yeah.
I think, it's so rough.
Yeah, I think Move wanted to vault that pallet as well, but instead gets the bite on Ace, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, heading down the bottom side of the map to see if someone is working that other gen. We spotted the survivor around mid 9.
I don't know, even with a killer with this much mobility, what can you do, Will? You have main, and you have 5 as the 2 gens being worked on, and they're both at like 75%. Like,
yeah, like,
this
feels insurmountable, yeah. I would agree with you here.
Oh, what
good attempt to fake the power. Just like, very clearly survivors who know the Ghoul's power very well and know that that means effectively nothing in that situation. Although, I mean, an eruption proc here, that's kind of, I mean, it's what you need. Looking around
you need to go back to main, I think, at this point, because you know that main has progressed. You see a survivor literally sticking the main gen. So you just have to get there and hope you get it before they finish. It's like 75%. So like, yeah, that eruption is exactly what you need, because I'm pretty sure that would have almost finished if it wasn't for it. We do dry kick it with no time to wait for eruption. We kind of just have to kick it, get it regressing, and get into this chase here.
I'm more confused with how the survivors are playing these generators, because we had we had 2 at like 75, we had 1 at about 75, we have main at 75 now, and we had 5 at 75. There is so many high progress gens, but none of them popping.
I mean, hey, with these hook stages right now, they might be just playing for best result, which is outs.
That's true.
So, like...
It's hard to shake the feeling, though, that this could
might...
find a way to blow up at them.
Yeah, this might bite them in the back. But, like... We have two I don't know, Will. Like, we have 2 healthy survivors. If they were all injured, if they were okay, yeah.
Oh, that's so unlucky. Yeah, the double. Oh
my.
Bad game plays.
And we have a DC there. Ideally, we don't get DCs. I apologize for that, but I don't know. Well, what do you feel? I feel like that was so tough for a move. Like, what can you do?
Yeah, like you could kind of feel that like the survivors almost gave like a false sense of hope or like false sense of security there. And I don't know. I feel like if I was moved in this situation, I would also be very upset. And that seems to be what it is.
I mean, like, I think if I was like in a position like this, I would be like, well, I'm gonna do my best. This is probably not winnable, and I go into it like trying to win, but not. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't. Like,
yeah, I think they're just in a mentality of just okay, that's it. Let's go next.
Yeah. It's all right, but we are going to be going to our next set here with Void's pick this time on Nurse and Ironworks of Misery 2. Any thoughts on that, Will?
Well, I love nurse sets. Like, a lot of people think that nurse sets get old and boring, but I don't know. I'm kind of just a sucker for it. It's just, it really shows off, like, the beauty in the survivor's communication.
And the macro.
Like, just the way that the killer has to play. Obviously, the chases are going to be over like that, so, like, it's so on the survivors in like reaching death spots and perfect communication, and especially the 3v1 to get a good result. And it's just so beautiful to watch in a lot of cases.
I think Nurse games really shows which team has really strong macro, because like strong macro is how you beat Nurse. Like that's how you get the best possible result, right? You need to have that gen pressure. You need to know which gens to do, where to die, because Nurse you're expected to like die in like 20 seconds. But one thing though, Will, is we are on Ironworks of Misery 2.
This is true.
And
this is the thing about Blood Rush League that I love is there's a lot of different maps that you don't see in a lot of other sets. So things like, for example, Blight, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'd never seen that before this tournament. Or Ironworks, when you would usually see either CT1 or Groaning Storehouse or something.
Yeah, and a thing to note is that Ironworks too. This was an intentionally picked map we were expecting Nurse not to get strong results here. We wanted Nurse to be a bit weaker. So so far we have seen stages as the results for Nurse on average in this map. So like that's just, it really goes to show strong macro and a big map make Nurse really sad.
Not to mention some very strong survivor perks allowed.
Yeah, as obviously Nurse is an S tier killer. Like the contention.
Of course.
Some people say she's the best. Some people say Blight's the best. It's a bit of in contention. I'm kind of leaning towards Blight.
What do you think?
I'm kind of leaning towards Blight because Blight has a stronger macro. But maybe after 4.4 Blight next match, maybe Nurse would be better. Yeah. To see, we'll see how it goes, but until then we're going to get the next lobby sorted and we'll be right back and hope to see you guys soon. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League main bracket round 3 here with Aegis versus Void. We have Void's killer this time, and Void's pick with Moof once again on the killer. This time on Nurse and Ironworks of Misery 2, we have, I believe, the Undetectable on hit and Mangled on hit here on the Nurse as our add-ons, and we have Dying Light, Colubrine, Dying Light, Eruption, and Corrupt. And I'm joined with me once again by Willandra. Will, how are you?
I'm doing great, but I think that blue add-on is extra lunge on the second blink, not the mangled one, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
Am I not?
No,
not allowed. Okay, yeah. I must be mistaken. I don't think it's the mangled one.
Heavy banding is not allowed.
Okay, well, mistakes.
No, it's all good. It's either mangled or the fatigue reduction. I'm pretty sure
fatigue reduction, that makes sense.
Yeah, 7% fatigue reduction or mangled. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not very, like, all of the Nurse's add-ons look the same, guys. I don't want to be, like, but like, it really does. They're all bottles. And we have a chase here immediately, and we do get the tag. And it is mangled. I am correct.
My bad.
Check Manu here.
Tragic.
And Manu takes the tag
Dropping
here, and we're
the chase
undetectable.
is Interesting here. Not committing first chase on this.
Maybe they're, I mean, like it's mangled value.
I suppose, yeah.
We're
I suppose
gonna
just trying to
go,
catch up with them later on the reset.
and we're gonna go to a gen here, and I think the goal is to interrupt the generator as look, the survivor pre-leaves. Very good pre-leaving from our survivor. It's exactly what you want to do against Nurse. And the comms to pre-leave too. Nurse had undetectable there, so their team told them that Nurse was on the way there. Very good stuff, but they do take a tag here as Tech takes a hit. Our undetectable is still on cooldown.
Again, dropping the chase.
Corrupt is gonna end. It looks like we're gonna kick here for an erupt. This is very interesting. Like, I mean, I understand the point of dropping the chase. They kind of want to, like, get, like, everyone in mid. They might be going for a setup to a force slug. Like, that's a possibility, right? Like, but that requires the survivors to make an egregious mistake, I think, to end up in that spot. And we do have the survivors working away at the gens. We can see Kate here on Drago here on Kate. I got that mixed up. Working away at a gen at 75%. And we catch an injured survivor here. It is Manu. And looks like they're going to be running towards the 11 side. I don't know. This is a very interesting start to Nurse. Usually you see Nurse is very like takes that really quick first chase, first down. First gen is
like I don't know about this idea on Nurse. We don't even have a down after the first gen. That's practically unheard of.
It does happen. Like, it can happen, especially on bigger maps like this, I guess. But, like, we do get our down just as the first gen pops. It's not, like, really... I don't think it's over yet, but, like, they're gonna need to pick up the pressure here. I guess, like, with Tech injured, right? An Eruption pop... Was that... Did we even get the Eruption pop, or was that the one that popped? I did not get to see which gen pop.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but, like...
I think Eruption was on 5. Yeah, it would have been one that popped.
Unlucky. I mean, if Moof that would have paid off, I think. Well, if Moof got the down maybe like 5 seconds earlier, it would have slowed it down.
It would have been worthwhile, but yeah, having it pop right before Eruption procs is just tragic.
Yeah, I mean that's like every time I play Killer and use Eruption, not gonna lie, like the gen just pops right as I down. Or if I'm running Pain Res right before I hook, it's always like that. Ooh, we get
Resurgence onto Manu.
Oh my! And we're immediately onto Fasty. Oh,
maybe we're going for freshes?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like that is definitely a valid strategy, considering that if you look at the statistics, like I said earlier, if you look at the statistics of Nurse on this map, you kind of expected stages.
That's true, but the thing is, okay, he's dropping Fasty, and I'm assuming the reason why is because we've hit the Survivor, and we've hit the Survivor after an underhook, and they have overcome. The odds are that this is the Delhi Survivor. Yeah. So I think that, honestly, dropping this isn't such a bad idea. He's also all the way in one corner with bottom side gens.
Yeah. So they have to go here. We do spot a gen. Do we stick it? We do stick it, and the gen here pops. Oh my, these survivors with their gen pressure.
It's a little too much. It's a little too late.
I mean, it's kind of expected. With Nurse, you have to make everything, like, really worthwhile. Like, every single blink has to achieve kind of something. And our survivors are punishing, like, wasted time. Very good stuff here. Manu really taking this chase for as long as possible, managing to get unhooked at 1 and take the chase. Sorry, unhooked at 11, and then take the chase all the way to 6 to die, or between 5 and 6. I don't know. I think that's pretty good, Will, when you manage to go from 11 on Ironworks of Misery 2 all the way to 5/6 against Nurse in a chase, like.
Yeah, it's a great, like, almost like repositioning of death spots there, when clearly about 5 seconds ago, when we were still a whiles away from popping Shack, and the Survivor was at 1, they just swapped right in front of our eyes, and they went from 1 to fucking God knows where.
We have mid now.
Wasting as much of the killer's time as physically possible.
Yeah, and like, this is, like, Manu probably is going to die, eventually, like, when they get unhooked, that they probably are gonna get tunneled out, but I'm thinking, like, maybe, like, this is 6 stages.
Yeah, the survivors seem to be very on top of the gen pressure, although the Nurse is able to, well, our Nurse player here, Move, is able to sort of proxy camp 4, but there are gens, we don't have eyes on any survivors, we have gens all topside away from this hook, like, there can just be 2 gens being worked in the distance. Fasty likely just sitting 12 or something far away, Drago or Tech maybe lurking for a pull, but I doubt it, honestly. They're probably just going to let this go for gen progress.
It looks like, yeah,
maybe
I mean,
play for 6-2.
We do have a survivor lurking the pull here, and it's,
oh, yeah.
It's Drago here on the, yeah.
Oh, freaky looking hit. They go through.
By the way, an interesting thing is that they send the Obsession to unhook. We do have Dying Light in play. So if we do hook trade the Obsession, we don't get a Dying Light token. Which is, that is very valid counterplay to this perk.
Fair enough. Yeah, as expected, the 12 gen does eventually pop. We're
see
taking
that
chase
12
over to
jump?
Shaq. We're going up 9-way. No, we're not. We're trying to juke.
Yeah.
Juking edge map. We've got the Macmillan Rock, the very famous, and the other gen pops. They were indeed doubling, or not doubling, but they were splitting both of the gens.
I think we're gonna
This
go
is
back
looking
here.
absolutely tragic. Yeah,
We're
going
gonna
back
try
for
and
Drago for the,
yeah,
for the
we want
stages,
the
yeah.
fresh, we want the fresh here, and we, like if we get a camp out, this could be five stage 2 fresh, which is like that is honestly within the average result here of
It's
Nurse.
honestly very playable for the survivors here. It's obviously not the result you'd want, but it is very
I
playable.
mean, if you hit average, I'd say that's a result you want. Like, good enough, right? But it's just completely up to the survivors next after this. Depends if they pull Drago. Oh my god, they pulled Drago.
But they just insta-sent it.
And
I
they're
mean, to
out,
be fair,
I
our
think.
Nurse player did go away from both of the gates.
I don't know
for apparently
about
no reason, I'm not sure.
going up away from both gates are down here, and yeah, that gives us 3 stage 2
3
fresh.
stages, 2 fresh. That's rough.
That is extremely playable. Like that is more than playable now for the survivor for the opponent's killer, and I think this is gonna be for our Void survivors. It's gonna be kind of hard.
Yeah, Aegis survivors just incredible. A very like experienced team. I've been familiar with them for a fair bit. Like,
I mean,
they're well known.
I've seen personally. I've seen Drago, Fasti, and Manuel quite a lot, and like those guys are
sure.
so cracked, man. So
yeah, clearly some very experienced and coordinated.
It's so lovely to have them here. By the way, like it's nice to see such amazing teams come here and compete. I always say like it's such a pleasure to witness like them play, and with that we're gonna see more another game here of Nurse with a win condition of 3 stage 3 fresh or 4 hooks.
It's like that. Oh, God, that's so rough.
Like, yeah, and I believe it's going to be Fasti on the Nurse, which I'm excited for.
Woo!
So we're going to get this next lobby set up, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Round 3 of Aegis vs Void here with Nurse and Fasti playing Nurse here, this time for Aegis with a win condition of 3 stage, 3 fresh, or 4 stages, which is, I mean, it's not gonna lie, with an average stage result of Nurse about being around 5 stages, like it is, the survivors might be able to do it, but it's still gonna be a pretty hard ask. I'm joined once again by Will. Will, how are you?
I'm great. I'm immediately caught off guard because I had no idea the Jake was there. First thing noticing, we got Ruin Thrill. If you're the survivors here, I'm wondering how you feel about that build for you. Are you happy about that because you can get rid of half of the perks and maybe be able to get the win condition, or?
Ruin Thrill, surprisingly, has been one of the most popular combos in the tournament so far.
That's an extremely fast down. Fasti's a monster.
Fasti is kind of cracked. But
well, there's a totem going away.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see a totem expire very soon, and we lose the 50-50, and Ruin goes. Well, on the bright side, the survivors win the 50-50. Will.
That's good. Like,
they need
if you're the survivors here, there's Eruption in play now, I suppose, but that's 3 perks essentially useless or gone.
Yeah. But you're still playing against a Nurse at the end of the day.
Yeah,
with a Nurse, you're playing
fast.
against not only a Nurse, but you're playing a Nurse with a win condition of 3 stage 3 fresh or 4 hooks. Like,
yeah, and not only that, but it's a very experienced and like notable player on the killer.
Did you see the little flick up there?
That's a great attempt by Dystopia to get the flashbang.
But yeah,
and avoid kind of block the killer's line of sight before someone look up, but it's just a clean 2-blink from Fasti. Good line of sight blocking from Dystopia at the edge map at around 10.
Do they play anything? Oh, looks like they're
lying under a pallet emote tech. I think that's a fake. There's no way they actually go for the pallet. They actually go for it, but they get found. That's so bad.
I think it's fair to go for the pallet save at this position. When you're
at
this win condition, you have to actually deny every single hook you can.
Yeah, indeed. I just didn't think that there was someone around. I thought they'd be sitting gens.
Yeah, I mean, like, ideally, the other 2 survivors here are sitting gens. I don't think we're resetting Expire. We're just gonna full send, immediately get back on the gens. Like, with the win condition you have, you just kind of... You just have to, like, tell the people in Chase, guys, you just gotta last for as long as you can and hope we could get it. But with 2 stage 2 fresh on the board right now, if we hook Moof, if we hook Shoyo... that would be a win for Aegis, and not only a set win, but the whole match itself with a 2-0. And it's all to show you.
Extremely clean 2-blink. This man's a menace.
Alright, guys, I think Fasti might be the GOAT on Nurse. And okay, and we
Oh,
do
this
get the
guy's a
down here at 5.
problem.
Oh my will. I don't know. Like the survivors still like if this wasn't setting win, if this wasn't trying once again, if we're not here trying to like beat a win condition by the survivors, like getting ruin away this early, having 3 fresh hooks at this point in the game, like we're at 5 gens. Sure, like that's the biggest downside is none of the gens pop. But like if 2 gens pop in this position and we're down to 3 gens remaining, I would say that would be pretty good. And we see a plot twist here by Dystopia hitting the gen at 6 with eruption, and making the gen here at 7 a dry kick, so we don't get eruption on the gen here at 7. The first gen pops here, which is I believe gen near main. And I believe second gen will be popping soon. Like this is fine. Like I would say 3 stages, 3 fresh with 3 gens remaining, like is okay. It's playable. It's not the best, but like
For sure.
when the win condition is 3 stage, 3 fresh, like I don't know. It's rough. Like they're trying to make the best of a bad situation, which is props to them. But it's just yeah. Fasty had a really cruisy win condition here, and we take a hit here on
Blink.
The question is, will we see Nurse? So for more statistical, for fun Blood Rush League Season 4 trivia for statistics on Nurse, we have not gotten a 4K on Nurse yet this season. So
Do you think if this is the 4th fresh, do you think? Oh, with a good whiff. Do you think this is still 4K for the Nurse?
It really honestly depends when the tunnel is out.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, this is danger team. Fasty's like reading these saves every single time, and that looks like overcome.
Ooh, I think that was
a 99 sprint burst.
What's it called? It could have been 99 sprint burst, or it could have been I thought Blood Rush because they were unhooked recently. No?
You're true. I forgot Blood Rush is in
Blood
play
Rush,
here. Yeah.
I was blanking on the name of the perk there for a minute. I suppose they were planning on using that to make the pallet save. It could have been a really creative use. But,
Will,
oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I just have to interrupt you. How could you forget the name of that perk? How?
When I think of Blood Rush, I don't think of that perk. I think of like the greatest DBD league of all time.
Oh my. Yeah, we do get some Blood Rush value here in Blood Rush League. And
managing to stay away from one.
Oh my. And we got it down here. Fasty's blinks,
Jesus
man.
Christ, bro, this guy's nuts.
Big props. I mean, at this point, like we have 2 gens remaining. We're getting our second hook. I think this is high stages. Depending on the gen pressure.
The thing is, Fasty's just so comfortable mechanically on the killer with like a pretty easy win condition as a result of his team on Survivor and himself, of course, on that team.
Yeah.
That he's kind of just willing to forego a lot of the
we're not really kicking
extra
gens.
shenanigans you'd have to do, like playing killer. You're kind of just playing chase for fun.
Yeah,
playing pubs.
Yeah, we are chasing survivors for fun at this point. I think we're not kicking gens. I mean, like, but still, like, I mean,
it seems one at this point. I feel like he's just playing to show off.
And I mean, these blinks are clean. As we get another hit here, I'll show you. I think at this point, with 1 gen remaining with this stage, like, we're probably gonna see 1 more stage, 6th stage, and then we're gonna maybe see someone. So maybe 8 stages. What do you think? Like,
yeah, I think 8 stages might be generous here. Honestly, I mean, unless they kill Shoyo now and they manage to camp someone out in endgame, you know what? I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, because we kill Shoyo, and then we interchase with one of these survivors in endgame, and then possibly hook them, and they probably get, like, if they get left unhooked, that's like an additional 2 stages, or like, that's like 6 plus 2, it's 8. But we do get the endgame here. Oh no!
Again, though,
not the
Blood Rush being notable for extending this chase in the first place, but wow, doing a great job at edge map from Shoyo. Just a little, like the heroics, a little too late, unfortunately.
And Shoyo coming into the basement. I think we might just take this hook, honestly. Like,
yeah, it's 6-4. Like, you take that.
6-4 is I believe 6th stage might be the strongest result we have had in Blood Rush League. Oh no, not the missed blink out of basement, but second blink gets it. Yeah, and our survivors will be exiting here.
If this was the first game, I would be so happy as a Survivor player on this team, but wow, just unfortunately not enough from the survivors.
Yeah,
heartbreaking stuff.
They
really.
did their best, and props to them for.
They did a great job. Yeah, they really did a great job.
Shout out to Shoyo on that last chase. That was a bit of a juicy chase by them. Yeah, they went sicko mode, like, oh my. And 6th stage 4 fresh, I believe, is the strongest nurse result we've had this season. I believe the previous results was 5 stage 3 fresh and 4 stage 3 fresh.
Aside from a very notable exception.
From the 3 stage 2 fresh earlier. So the like nurse has been, you're expected 3 to 6 stages on nurse on this map. So like, it's
I
don't think anyone did I think everyone did pretty well. It's just that Aegis played exceptionally well on both sets. It was crazy, and that takes the match
Agreed.
for Aegis. I don't know, Will. Any further thoughts on the match?
I mean, Aegis is a team that's been very well known and like very like very kind of, I wouldn't say close knit, but like you kind of like recognize them. Like they're names you see a lot together. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm kind of like expecting them to do well further into the tournament.
I can't wait to see
Void
more
not a
match.
weak team by any means,
Yep.
but just I don't know what's gone wrong here. Maybe Aegis has just really shown up. Maybe
I mean,
Void's had something happen. I really don't know, but
well,
it was
I
beautiful
mean,
play
I'm
from
pretty sure
Aegis.
if I recall correctly, Void has like DW on their roster, and they weren't here tonight. So
Oh,
maybe,
that's so true. I was wondering.
yeah, maybe they were missing some players. They did have to use an e-sub, which is fair. So like
Oh,
perhaps the whole team was there. I mean, like I
yeah, maybe
honestly
the
I think they were
chemistry was
playing.
off.
No, I still think they were playing just fine. It's just Aegis was just so locked in. Like you
Oh
could see
yeah,
from everything from like all the
firing on all cylinders.
Valdez's you weren't here, Will, but
I was
Valdez's
watching.
ghoul. Oh
I was
my
watching that. Oh
god,
my goodness, that individual went absolutely thermonuclear on the ghoul on
dude.
Suffo Pit 1.
Yeah,
Tell
like
Flair about that. Wow.
what an explosive game that was. I mean, like, as Flair said, Ghoul gets pretty explosive once everyone gets like
I
all
love
injured
Aegis.
and you just kind of could jump around and down people. But yeah, no, crazy stuff here. I'm
Wow.
very excited to see more of Aegis. I'm also very excited to see more of Void as they are not out yet. We still have lower
Yeah,
brackets.
that's true.
And yeah, stay tuned as we are releasing the match schedules as the teams schedule them and pick and bans are finishing. So we will be having more matches soon. And I hope to see you guys all again. Thank you all for tuning into Blood Rush League, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.